Summerwood evolved out of frustration of being at different boarding barns as a trainer, or Monica, who has Summerwood as a boarder with several horses, and the politics, the judgments, the backstabbing, all the stuff that, you know, or the lack of horse care, no matter how nice the facility was, all of that is pretty rampant in the horse business. Everybody's lucky to find a good barn. So we decided to create a good barn, right? And so the premise of it is that the horses come first. The horses, their wellness, their health, their soundness, all of that is the most important thing at Summerwood, whether it's the care, whether it's the training, whether it's how they're handled with the guys who clean the stalls, or the people that do the turnout every day, or even people coming and going at the property. So really putting the horse first puts us all on the same page. We're here for the well-being of the horse primarily, and we're here to learn how to communicate with the horses, how to ride the horses better, how to develop them in training in the benefit of the horse, in their best interest. So anybody comes from trail rider to show person, because when you do that, you get back about 1,000 times more than what you put in with your horse. So people come here from all over with feeling like they are misfits at different barns, feeling like they're that the barn isn't taking care of their horse the way they want, or feeling like they have 8 or 10 trainers telling them what to do all the time. So we're very protective of everybody being able to just develop a relationship with their horse that's healthy. You know, and part of the care here is the social life of the horse, the happiness, well-being of the horse, as well as the feed program is very important, the nutritional program is very important, the cleanliness and function of the stalls, the waterers, how we do everything is with the highest level of quality that we can possibly provide. And it goes through to the training, through to the riding, because the reality is, if you're in horses for 100 years, you might know a little by year 99. None of us know everything, so we work collaboratively. We work collaboratively with an Alexander technique instructor, an Epona instructor, any kind of modality that helps people and helps horses come into a sense of wholeness and well-being. That's the primary drive behind Summerwood. And if it's a performance person, it is to have a happy performance horse and a sound performance horse and a horse that likes performing, right? If it's just a trail rider, great, but you're still on the back of a horse, so you're responsible for the well-being of that horse and how you ride. And for a lot of the horses that come here, have been told, the owners have been told, sell that crazy beast, you know, put that horse down, sell that horse, get rid of it, or they come with vets telling them, we can't fix this lameness, we can't fix that lameness, inject this, inject that, there's no other way to do it, put them on this medication, regulate their behavior with hormone therapy rather than training. So we look at the training and the care as bringing a horse back into a natural sense of balance and use. And so a lot of the people that come here come where the horse has reached a level of defensiveness that now the horse is acting out with what we call bad behavior. And people will label that as a bad horse. That's one of our most successful rates of recovery, is behavior. Changing that around, reducing the defensiveness in the horse is the first step to being able to work compatibly with that horse. And then once you can reduce the defensiveness and you're no longer having these big blow-ups, big issues, then what are you going to do with the horse, right? So whether you're jumping, whether you're doing dressage, whether you're trail riding, whether you're riding for pleasure, whether you have a lame horse that you have to rehabilitate, the biomechanics of how that gets done in the horse's body is the reality of the horse's body. So there's a lot of fad and fashion out there in training, and it can lead you down a path that isn't in the best interest of the horse. And so understanding the function of the horse's body, understanding the psychology of the horse, doesn't matter if it's from just walking your horse around on the property, or the farrier comes, or the vet comes, or we're feeding the horse. all of that behavior is an indication of the horse's mental, emotional well-being, how they can handle day-to-day interaction. And then the riding, if you're dealing with a lame horse, the vet or the farrier can only fix it so much. How you ride and how you train has the single greatest impact on the overall well-being and condition of the horse. So our favorite client is the horse owner that loves their horse, and they put their horse first, and they just want to learn, because then we're all in the same boat. We all want to learn. We're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to look like idiots. We get to make fun of each other here regularly, but we don't get to pick on each other. We don't get to judge. We don't backstab, and that isn't tolerated. Like, that's what a lot of people who come here escaping from bad situations at overcrowded boarding barns where everybody has an opinion, that's the thing we protect the most here. Everybody's safe here. Everybody gets to look like a fool here, and nobody gets to nobody's going to judge you, right? Because we're all here to learn. So one of the clinicians we bring in is Jean-Luc Cornille, who is a teacher of mine, a very tough one. And so we host clinics for him regularly. And again, he's a high-level rider. He's a high-level trainer with the very same ideal. And I think there's a huge movement in the horse industry of people looking for what's in the best interest of their horse. But it's not that easy to find in the horse business right now. I mean, it's out there, but you have to look around. So that's what we created at Summerwood. We want this to be that kind of place. We want it to be a place where people can develop. It's all about education, and it's all about in the best interest of the horse and rider. Because at the end of the day, all horses and all humans share the same bodies, the same psychology, human psychology or horse psychology. Doesn't matter the breed, doesn't matter the age, doesn't matter the discipline. It's what's in common that we work on rather than what's different.